A different perspective. 5th July 1957.
Good morning, Miss Katz.
Good morning.
Miss Katz, good morning.
Who are we expecting again today?
Mr. Wagner has let us know that he is running a little late. The man makes a good impression, if you ask me. Miss Katz,
Paula, how have you been?
I've been better, Miss Katz. Some of my neighbors found out I work for Mr. Bauer. Labeled me a traitor, and let's just say they've stopped talking to us.
That's terrible. I'm sorry, Paula.
Don't be. Not your fault.
Or is it?
And just between us, I've never been too fond of them anyway.
Okay. Marlene.
Sorry, Marlene. I don't have anything for you. Oh, don't give me that look.
Ooh, kitchen time.
Miss Katz, hello.
Just Crystal.
Wait, before you start, do you happen to by any chance have any cigarettes I could bum?
You're in luck, but they're the ladylike ones. If you're not too embarrassed, you can have one.
Oh, you're a lifesaver. You know, it still sometimes amazes me how different these things are here.
What do you
Different
mean?
from what?
Well, I'm originally from the East Zone, so...
And how different was smoking in the great German Democratic Republic?
Now, Miss Katz, you almost sound like a real comrade. Getting Western products was a game. And while there were local stuff, they were downright terrible. As a student, if I wanted good cigarettes, I'd have to go sourcing through the cloakrooms.
Cloakrooms? Why? Is that some sort of code?
Cloakrooms attendants were usually the go-to for under-the-table deals on Western goods. Don't ask me why, somehow it was always them. With my friend we had this regular guy in the small theater on the corner. Oh, good times.
Do you miss it?
Do you miss your old home?
There's an advert.
I certainly don't miss the cigarette shortage. But on a serious note, yeah, a bit, sometimes. The quiet streets, the feeling of the old town. But then I remember the details, and it passes.
So what do you usually smoke, Mr. Holmut?
Mild mace would be my drug of choice. Though some sawdust wrapped in a newspaper could also do the trick. I might still have a taste for terrible stuff from back home.
See you later.
Bye-bye. Nice. I never actually noticed that they changed more technology, less work. Office machine in January. Okay, non-violence is the key. And friend or foe, GDR, okay. Peters.
Yes?
Bye-bye.
Later, Peters.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I think that's all.
Bye. So let's check our inbox. Third witness will arrive soon. I dug us up from the file regarding trial of Miss Kazmirek. It appears that as Julius Haas was investigating Anna's background, someone had been feeding him quite unsavory rumors. Okay, so should have. To the office of Julius Haas, during our investigation to Anna Kazmirek, we received the following anonymous letter. Whoever wrote it seemed to know the accused well. Perhaps stealing was not the worst of crimes she committed. For years, the displeasure of being acquainted with Anna Kazmirek. Ooh, is this Heidi? I feel morally obligated to inform your honor of her depraved character. Anna Kazmirek never had any regard for the law. She's a vile and evil woman. Her closest acquaintances, if not friends, are criminals. For 30 years, she was an employee of one Walter Hentz, a man who I am sure your honor does not know. For who would know a man who has woman to do the unspeakable? I believe I am making myself clear as to what Anna Kazmirek's so-called work entitled. A result of her pommercious lifestyle, she had on at least one occasion committed the most heinous crime, just a child murder. Huh? Anyone who has ever encountered with her can attest to the fact that she maintains contact with these Anglo-Martial people. Okay, these murders. Furthermore, I'd like to bring to your attention the purity of her blood, or the lack thereof. Anna Kazmirek claims that she is of German descent, but I have heard from credible sources the fact her parents were Poles. Anna Kazmirek is a Slav in disguise, which I think does help to understand the ease with which she could commit such vile acts. Thank you for your noble attempt to bring Anna Kazmirek to justice. Okay. New documents available. Here's the call protocol you requested. The receptionist spoken to Fisher, German, Fisher, German, German, Fisher, German. So this is Mr. Hens visited us earlier today. He apologized that he couldn't convince his wife to testify, that he found this old letter that could be of use. He asked that we treat it with care as it contains Anna's last words. Right on the line, Anna Kazmirek, after entering the prison, the prisoner is allowed to write the letter only after 3 months. Half possible letters be written and received at the intervals of 4 weeks. Not be enlarged, okay? The brought number must always be indicated on the envelope. Postcard will not be handed out. Visits are allowed every 2 months. Okay. Short transcript. Mama, please forgive me. I never wanted for you to worry so much about me. You deserve the better, daughter. It is over now. When you read this letter, I would already be dead. You're coming for me very soon. Don't cry for me. I beg you, it is alright. I have made peace with my fate. My last thoughts will be of you and everything you have given me. Please give my love to Hyde and Will, and take her from me to dear old Miss Housel. Forgive me for my carelessness. I was so sure the suitcase was yours. Ooh, your beautiful red scarf. I thought I would recognize it anywhere. They're waiting for me. I must stop writing now. I love you, Mama. Your Anna. Ooh. Okay, new marriage law preserves traditional family order, anti-Red allies, South Vietnam's Diem given heroes welcome. Okay.
Miss Katz. Otto Wagner is here, Miss Katz. Strange man. Doesn't look like an officer at all.
Why is that?
Our whole conversation, he was looking down at his shoes, like a schoolboy in trouble.
I'll find out what he knows. Thank you, Paula.
So, oh yeah, I wanted to check this. So, call. 44102002 German. 44102 4410211 German. Okay, so receptionist spoken to, but oh, we have the time though, 13:06 and 10:25. No, Mr. Hands. Here. 10:28. Yep, that makes sense. And what time is the second one? 13:06. So I don't think it was. Damn, yeah, there isn't anything. Okay. Do we think this might be think that does sound quite genuine.
Mr. Wagner,
Thank you for
thank you for coming.
Just doing my part, Madam Prosecutor.
I wanted to talk to you about the case of Anna Kazmirek.
Oh, of course, yes. This one I remember all too well, ma'am. It was one of my very first cases. Not the smoothest start to a career. Earlier that morning, we had received an anonymous call accusing Miss Kazmirek of theft. I was dispatched together with my superior, Mr. Novak, to investigate the claim.
What happened?
What happened?
We found the place with no issue. The caller provided the exact address, one of the far too many shelters.
Okay.
We were welcomed by a tall young man, and the girl they let us in claimed to have been the callers.
Oh. So,
Can you describe the two of them for me?
Of course, ma'am. The boy was around my height, short, curly hair, blonde. Stood perfectly straight. It was clear from his demeanor he was the soldier type. He even made reference to being fellow servicemen for the country, tried to establish a rapport.
okay.
The girl was shorter, 160, I'd guess. Pudgy, had long, bushy hair, dark brown or light brunette. And very well dressed. Made her seem out of place.
Do the names Wolfgang Kirchmann and Emilia Becker sound familiar?
Possibly. It's been a long time, ma'am. But they seem correct?
Okay. So, Amelia was in fact one of the callers.
What happened to you during the bombing?
I was in the streets. It was all hands on deck. But I can't really tell you any details, ma'am. That whole night is just one long blur.
Shelter?
What can you tell me about the shelter itself?
I admit I was taken somewhat aback when we got there, how dirty and run down the place was. And so full, stuffed. So many people, not enough space. It was one of my first times in a place like that. I grew used to them later, but not yet.
Okay, let's go into Anna's room.
We found the girl in one of the adjacent rooms together with a friend of hers.
Okay.
This friend, would that happen to be a Heidi Grunewald?
Grunewald? Yes, that sounds about right, ma'am, yes. At the suspect's request, we allowed her to stay for the interrogation.
Okay.
A dumb mistake.
Ooh, what was the dumb mistake? Mistake?
A mistake? And why is that?
This Grunewald girl, she tried to sabotage the investigation. Kept interrupting, arguing with us. She even tried to get the suspect not to answer our questions. Whatever it is she thought she was doing, she certainly wasn't helping her friend.
What did you ask her?
We tried to establish the basic facts of the case, ma'am. Mr. Novak did, mostly. Where was she at the time of the crime? What did she do? Could anyone confirm it? And the heavy hitter, of course, did she do it?
Did she admit to anything?
Hardly, ma'am. She was adamant she didn't even know what we were talking about. But she was unable to provide any conclusive proof. So we had to proceed to the next step, the search.
What can you tell me about Mr. Novak?
A good officer, ma'am, and a kind man. He took me under his proverbial wing, taught me much about the job. They sure don't make him like him anymore. That was... I'm sorry, that was one of his jokes. He sure loved a good chuckle. I've never been good with them myself, though.
was
remember what exactly was reported?
The caller claimed to have witnessed the theft of what they described as a suitcase. They'd recognized the perpetrator as an acquaintance of theirs, Anna Kazmirek. They provided us with a name and address, but remained anonymous.
If Novak was the one interviewing the girl, what did you do?
I took notes, ma'am. Somebody had to.
Okay, can you give me those notes, por favor?
I take it you hadn't been part of the force for long?
I'd just become a junior watchmaster earlier that month. That's why I was assigned to Mr. Novak. He'd remain my partner for years to come, but at that point it was me working under him. Learning the ropes, so to speak.
Her friend?
Tell me about this friend.
Contemptible girl with no respect for authority. Medium height, freckled, blonde hair. She made it clear we weren't welcome from the moment we stepped into the room. Though with all that bravado, she couldn't hide her nervousness. Common trait among those with criminal history.
Anything else? Anything else? No, okay.
We requested that this Gunald, was it? That she showed us, show me, to the suspect's room.
Okay, so he went to the suspect's room.
Mr. Novak believed that would be where Miss Kazmirek would keep the stolen suitcase.
Did you find it?
Did you find said suitcase?
Afraid I did, ma'am. Surprisingly quickly, at that. Poor girl simply wasn't made for it. She didn't hide it well at all, just left it under the bed.
Was it planted?
Is it possible that it could have been planted?
Oh, this angle. That would be a stretch. There's always a possibility, but no, wouldn't say so in this case. There was nothing to suggest it.
Ooh, okay. Conflicts?
Man, I've only been there for maybe not even an hour, over a decade ago. There had to be some tension since they did report the girl. Other than that, I cannot say.
The suitcase?
Can you tell me exactly what was in the suitcase?
Clothes, some documents. I can't say I remember everything anymore. You might have better luck checking the files, ma'am. It should all be there.
Did you get any impression of the relationship between the boy and your suspect?
I can't say I did. He seemed to know her and he was angry at her. Honestly, ma'am, it's been a long time.
Wait, notebook. Did anyone see the suitcase in Anna's room? The person has searched for this. I'm starting to think that there might be the possibility that someone switched the suitcase instead. Background, no, suspect and Otto Wagner and old case. Yeah. Another suitcase. Rose blouse, scarf. Grocery list. Okay.
As soon as I left the room, I found the pair from before waiting for me. Becker and
Kirchmann.
Kirchmann, right. They recognized the suitcase. I didn't even have to ask about it.
Okay.
And what's more, they remembered an important detail.
Just to confirm, you're sure they both accused Anna?
From what I can recall, ma'am, I'm fairly certain they shared the sentiment. They didn't think it was important before, but they remembered the suitcase was taken from a bombed house. didn't think it important. It was crucial information. It meant we weren't dealing with a theft, but a looting. An act of treason.
Mm-hmm. What happened next?
What did you do with that information?
First of all, I wrote it down, ma'am, immediately. Looting was a significantly more serious crime, especially just a few days after the big bombing. They made quite a commotion. Even Mr. Novak leaned out to see what was happening. He seemed most pleased with the developments.
What did you do?
Mr. Novak wasn't done with the interrogation, but I knew he hardly needed my help. I took the suitcase, thanked the pair for their cooperation, and headed down to wait in the car.
Okay.
Did Miss Kazmirek admit to the crime?
She did, ma'am. She did. Gave us a signed confession even before Mr. Novak brought her down.
Okay. Was she beaten?
Mr. Wagner, I'll just ask the question. I have reason to believe Miss Kazmirek was coerced to give her testimony.
Coerced?
Tortured.
What? No, absolutely not. That would have been illegal.
Of course he'd deny it. But if I press him enough...
Heidi was there, violent. Heidi was...
What about the friend, Miss Grunewald? Where was she while all this occurred?
Right, the friend. Yes, still in the main room, the kitchen.
She was?
Oh. Amelia claimed that Anna had looted the case. I left trying to get help.
Do you have any ideas why anybody would claim otherwise then?
Multiple, I suppose. Placing her away from, but then she... I don't know, ma'am. I might have misremembered this part.
Ooh. Okay, this
Backtracking
is
already. Just a little more.
Confess on
Just to
her.
be clear, you claim Anna Kazmirek confessed of her own will? She wasn't threatened, tortured, coerced?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so what do you need to prove? That... ooh. Okay. Should we use this? So, would that be it? The song, okay, I looked at it. Anna Kazmirek. Okay. وبات على قلبي please, thank you. So, Senus are like... They are both policemen. What am I doing to Mama? That's better saying it out. The charges had to be elevated to those of Jesus had been admitted on temporary hold. Did you remain what the administration of recognizes us right to defend? Okay. No, where is she? It's either like, oh look, she's bruised. Yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Then why would anybody,
Yes,
much
okay.
less multiple people, say she
Yes.
confessed under duress?
Yes,
I don't. She wasn't. We didn't.
Yes, Mr. Wagner?
Oh my god.
You're right. I lied.
Yes.
I don't want him to be remembered like that. He was always so kind to me, taught me everything I know. He beat her.
Oh no, oh no, oh. Ooh, criminal history.
Were you aware of any previous criminal history of the suspect?
Nothing. I believed she was perfectly clean. Up until this point, that is.
Okay. Is there like anything I really wanted to do? It's like he broke his wrist. His wrist, I would ask him about that. Why did he break her wrist?
I didn't know, I swear. I couldn't. I wasn't there. I only realized the truth when I saw her, ma'am, when he brought her down. Her face was all... He didn't even bother to clean her up.
Why did you lie?
It's... I'm sorry, ma'am. He was a good man. Flawed, but good. I owe him much of who I am today, and his family... I didn't want him to be remembered this way.
And he did it alone? You weren't involved in the beating?
No, ma'am. I'd never. I joined the force to help people, to do the right thing, to uphold the law, just like you do here. I'd never do anything like that, I swear, ma'am.
Is there
anything else you forgot to mention?
No, I don't think so, ma'am. After that, we brought her to the district office, and it was out of her hands.
There's something
We
else
couldn't
out
have
of your
known it.
hands?
We didn't know she would. It was out of her hands.
Thank you.
Very well, Mr. Wagner. Thank you for your time. That will be all for now.
It's the least I could do, ma'am. Really, I should have... I'm sorry I couldn't be more of help.
Miss Katz, there was a call for you from your father. They've landed.
Ooh, they come. So, was required. Was required administration of first aid. Following the delivery of the suspect, the junior was required. Storage. Okay.
I'll call him right back.
Miss Katz,
I need you to invite the next witness. The victim's boyfriend, Wolf Kirchmann.
finally. This man gave me such a headache. By the way, I hope I'm not overstepping, but I had no idea you had a sister.
I have a sister.
Sister?
Right, I'm sorry. I saw the photo of the two of you when I brought you the files today. No idea how I've missed it before. I must say, you two looked adorable. I wish I got along with my sisters like that.
Yes, I love you so much. Wait, I need to. There's another in her mesh.
Red studies. What said? German history? You can stop trying food. You don't belong here. How about the lessons? Repeat after me.
Oh, I think that's Lottie line.
Nur für Deutsche.
Not for Germany? Not for German?
Hey, the hell are you looking at, Katz?
Okay, so yeah, that's Lottie line.
We're not sisters.
Oh, sorry.
She's a friend. Was. We've lost touch. The photo is a sort of memento.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
I should probably get going.
Miss Katz.
Miss Katz.
Thank you,
that's
Pa.
And I should probably get back to Peter's damned files. Ugh.
okay.
Who do I want to call?
Parents.
Essie, hello. I almost forgot I called you.
Was flying as bad as people say?
You have no idea, dear. I'm really feeling that. What was the word?
Jet lag?
Time zone syndrome? I think so. Doesn't really give it justice, believe me.
Yeah,
Is
right.
everything all right?
Essie, it's not like I only call you about bad things. Don't act like your mother. All's good. Don't worry. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know we are back home, safe and sound.
That's good to hear.
We really missed you there, Essie. It's a pity you couldn't get the time off. But I understand. Work. Especially for a man like Bauer.
We've been over this.
I thought we've been over this already.
Oh no, that's not what I meant. I'm sorry. It's that I know Bauer is a workhorse, even in our line of work, and I'm sure he expects the same of his people. Look, I'm not going to pretend I like the man. I don't.
Please.
But I've accepted your choice, and frankly, I'm proud of you for making it. Believe it or not.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You believe what he's doing is right. I may disagree, but sometimes what you need to do is ignore what an old geezer says. And just do what is right. I'm proud of you, kid.
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it a day.
Okay, so I think this is also going to be the end of the video, and next time we're going to finish this game, so I'm really excited. I'll see you then. Bye.